Hi guys, welcome to another interesting episode of Gist with Essay. It's a beautiful, beautiful Saturday evening here in London and in Nigeria. And in the US, it's about 10 a.m. We have a guest joining us from the US, and it's about 10 a.m. over there right now. Hi, Instagram fam. Good to have you on. It's Gist with Essay, guys. You need to, if you want to be a part of this gist on Instagram, please, um, go to my YouTube channel. Yeah, join us on YouTube. But if you also want to come live on Instagram to share your opinion on the subject, then you can stay on and then I'll add you at some point during the show. Hello, Auntie Godry. Good to have you. Yeah, so today I've got four beautiful women with me on the Gist with Essay show today. But before we bring them into the studios, please remember to share this live feed so your friends and family can join in the conversation. I'm telling you, it's a very interesting conversation. I've been getting a lot of feedback, even from posting the flyers, okay? Who doesn't like talking about dating? Everybody does, you know. I'm married, but I still love talking about dating. Yeah, so these women are going to be taking us through their challenges, you know, in dating in 2022. So you're welcome to be a part of the conversation. You can join us in the comment section and then, you know, drop your opinions, ask your questions if you have any questions for our guests. So a rundown of our guests we've got in the studios, Shubi Labinjo. She's a lawyer, a mediator, an actor, and an event host. And then we also have Omaya Ima. She's a life student. And Isat is a UK-based Sierra Leonean artist. And Oyemi is also joining us at some point during the show. And she's a musician, songwriter, and she's based in Nigeria. So we got guests from all over the globe today. Okay. Those of you on Instagram, where are you joining us from? Please drop in the comment section where you're joining the show from. And also, if you're watching us on Facebook and on YouTube or Twitter, please let us know where you're joining us from. I'm going to add our guests to the studios right now. Today, we're talking about Mirabel Emmanuel from Omoye's Corner. Good to have you, Mirabel. Today we're talking about the dating challenges of 2022. What's changed? What's different? What's new in the dating scene? Okay, so we've got different age gaps here. We got a guest from the age of 20s, between 20s and 40s, and early to mid 40s in the show. So it's a full mix. It's a full mix. I'm sure you guys are gonna have a lot of fun. So I'm gonna bring on our first guest. She's gonna introduce herself, tell us a bit about herself, and then we'll, you know, get to kicking. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Hi, Shubi. Good to
Hi,
have you on Gist with Essay. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm such a fan of yours. So thank you. I'm really honored to be on this platform.
It's a pleasure to have you on. And you know, I'm always excited to gist with you. You're not someone who's new to me, so I know that Shubi is a very bubbly person, but I'm going to let her tell us a bit about herself in her own words.
So I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer, event host. I'm an actor. I'm a mediator. I'm a single mom of 3 young adults, and yeah, 19, 17, 15. So
Whoa.
and I love life, and I love gisting. I love conversation. So this is like my happy place right now.
I hope you have a lot of gist for us.
Well, depending on how we bring it, we'll see.
Okay, let's bring on Isat. Isat is a musician, a Sierra Leonean musician based in the UK. Hi, Isat. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Okay, those of you on Instagram, please, I'd like to know what the feedback is like. Can you hear the guests on the show? I know you guys can hear me because I'm on Instagram and on YouTube, but if you're on Instagram, I need you to confirm if you can hear the guests as well. Okay. Okay, Issa, talk to us.
Well, I'm actually like watching on my other phone now, and I can't see us. Like the guest, I can see you, but I can't see us.
I can't really hear you, Issa.
Can't hear it? You can't hear me?
I
Hello?
can.
Hello?
Yeah, so just tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm an Afrobeat, Afro pop slash dancehall slash R&B artist, residing in originally from Sierra Leone, repping Sierra Leone all the time, everywhere, every day. Yeah, so what else? What else would I say? That's just me.
Okay, great, great. Let's add the next guest, who is Omaya.
Hello.
Hello, Omaya. Good to have you. How are you doing?
Hi, I am good. Thank you for having me, Essay. Thanks to all the other members of the panel as well.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so Omaya, tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, well, so I like to consider myself as a life student because there's so much to learn every day in our lives. And every day I always find something new to add to what I already know. So I like to consider myself as a life student because I'm also learning and I'm also, teaching myself new things, and bringing what I know to the table as well. So yeah, basically. And I'm single, of course.
Of
And
course.
searching and ready to mingle.
Not searching, not searching. I'm single and I'm prepared to receive. I don't like the word searching because I don't
Okay.
look for. So whatever it is will find me because I know what I bring to the table. Just
Ah,
trying
that's
to keep
good.
it simple. Yeah. So I'm not searching, but if that good thing finds me, I am open to receive it.
Amen.
You know, that what you just said reminds me of the conversation I had with a man a long time ago when I was still single and I was really young. He met me somewhere. He didn't even know me, okay? And so we got introduced and he was like, "Oh, okay, you're single and you're searching." And I said, "No, I'm not searching." And he said, "You're a young girl, don't use your mouth to block your destiny." And I said to him, "I'm not blocking my destiny. I'm not searching for a man. The Bible says he who finds. So he who finds, not she who finds. He's the one who's searching for me. I'm just preparing myself to be met. Do you
Oh,
understand? To receive the
yeah.
man. I'm not searching for him. It's
Mm.
not my responsibility to search for him. It is his
Absolutely.
responsibility to search for me. It's my
Absolutely.
responsibility to prepare myself.
To be
Okay?
found.
Like Esther did in the Bible. She didn't search, she just prepared herself. And when the time came, she was ushered into the king's chambers and she
Come
found
on.
favor with the king. So yeah, don't worry, we're not preaching. Okay, so Instagram can hear you guys. Those of you on Instagram, sorry, it's just my pretty face you're going to be seeing. If you want to see the guests that you're hearing, you need to hop onto either Facebook or YouTube or Twitter. Okay, so yeah, you can find the link on my page on Instagram. The link to this show, the YouTube link is on my what do you call it, on my Instagram status, right? So
Bio. Your
if you
bio.
want to join, please go and click. And then if you're here for Omoye, I'm sure the link is on her status. If you're here for Issa, everybody has the link up on their Instagram status. So if you want to see their faces, beautiful, beautiful women, I tell you, you have to join on either YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you're joining, please don't forget to subscribe. All right. We need to get me monetized, guys. What's going on? What is happening?
It's
I need to make
consistency.
some money off this
Yeah.
thing.
Just keep
So
doing what
please,
you
when you
do.
subscribe, don't just subscribe, leave comments and leave likes. Please like our videos, drop
Yeah.
comments. These are the things that are going to help me get monetized. Okay. Thank you guys. Instagram, I'm waiting for you guys to join us. Yeah. And if you're in the audience, please tell us where you're joining us from and, drop questions for our guests as the show goes on. Okay. So my first question is, I want like a little background to who everybody is. So I know that we're all inspired by different things. Yeah, I'd like to know what inspires you, what motivates you as a person. Okay, Omaya, do you want to start?
Absolutely. What motivates me as a person? Life in general. I love to hike, right? So every time
Mm,
I go hiking, there's something about nature that draws us, right? And I find joy in the little things, not in the everybody has what appeals to them, but I find joy in the little things. And life and love is the essence of who I am. And I like to walk in that. And I like to walk in the truth and honesty and authenticity of being.
Wow, that is so great. That's great to know. Shubi?
So, what motivates me? I think it's very much like what Omaya said. I always say that love is a beautiful thing. So I love love and life as well. My kids, family, conversations. I love to have conversations about literally anything because you can always learn something new.
True.
So yeah, that's what motivates me.
Wow, I love love. I know for a fact that all the women here love love. Even Issa. Okay, Issa, tell us what motivates you.
I think the ladies have really said it all. Life, my experiences, my family, my friends, my goals, my passion, just the future, really, knowing that every single day I'm working and striving and working working towards something that I know is going to happen by God's grace. So yeah.
Okay, let's dive into the main gist of today, dating in 2022. Listen, why did I want to talk about this? Look, if you're on social media, you don't even need to think about it twice. There's like a war going on social media, especially Instagram and Twitter. It's one thing or the other thrown in your face, and it's always negative. It's always almost negative. When it comes to relationships, marriages, you just see people are in love one minute and the next minute it's over and they're throwing shade and dissing each other on social media. I don't like that. I'm not a supporter of. I don't care what happens between you two. Keep it in your closet. Don't come out. I like that you show us your love. Love motivates people. For people like us who love love, when you show us your love story, we're interested. We want to know. Yeah, but we don't want to know all the negative stuff. No, because for me, you loved this person at some point in your life. Okay, that should count for something. So no matter what happened between you guys that's gone sour now, I don't think that it's nice to come out and then air all your dirty linens in public. Okay, for the fact that you once loved this person, just keep it. Because who knows, love has a very funny way of coming back. Sometimes you see people break up and then years after they come back together. You see what I mean? So you can imagine if you've gone around social media saying nasty things about the person that you love, then what happens? Yeah. So what is going on in the dating scene? I haven't dated in not a very long while anyway, about 5 years. But I think that I'm still constantly dating with the man that I'm married to. We just do it. So it's for me, it's dating the same person over and over and over and over again. Yeah. But I want to know what's different now. What's going on? Why is there so much drama around dating? Shubi, I want you to say something about this because you're separated and so you have experienced love. I would like to believe that you have experienced love at its height at a point in your life. Okay. Yeah. So when before you got married, that must have been like some 15, 20 years ago. Yeah. What was dating like then? And then what is it like now?
You want to bait me out, Essay. So, so I met my ex 25 years ago, and we dated for 6 years before we got married. So literally, it was like I dated quite a few, maybe 2 or 3 guys before him, and back in the day was I like you, I like to go out with you, would you be my girlfriend type of thing. And so 25 years. I'm thrown back into the single pool, and it's a case of, yeah, let's talk. We're in the talking stage. You move to another stage before you now That's long. I don't understand it. So I kind of feel like a fish out of water, because it's like, what's all this? It's too stressful. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks this.
Sorry, I didn't hear the last bit. What did you say?
I said that back in the day, it was a case of, I like you,
Yeah.
I want to go out with you. Would you be my girlfriend? And it's on. But these days it's a case of, we're talking, slide into the DM. Okay, let's start talking. We're talking for however long you're talking. Then you go into another stage of, okay, let's see how it goes. And then you're dating, and then you become exclusive. And then it's long and it's stressful. I don't understand it.
So yeah, so now you drop in someone's DM, and then you guys are chatting, and then sometimes there's really no conversation around, I like you, I want you to be my girl, like back then they used to toast us with songs. Now, like, when a guy really likes you, he will write up. This might be very strange to Isat, because she's of the younger generation, but they used to write us love letters. Right? They will write us poems and sing us songs.
I have a bag full of love letters.
Oh my goodness. I can imagine. Yeah, I had my love letters until I got married. And then when I was getting married, that was when I started to tear them. And I would look at cards, and then I would laugh and be like, oh my God, I can't believe it, But now it's just DM. And it's like, maybe Isaac is going to tell us what the latest lines or rhymes that they use now. And then the next thing you're hearing, it's complicated. Are you in a relationship? Oh no, I'm in a situationship. What is that? Isa, do you want to tell us? Do you want to explain to us?
I'm in situationship now, because you cannot define what you do, what you want. Together, but you're not together, so everyone is just there.
Okay, so as a lady, why do you want to be in a situationship if the guy can't define it? Because I see that, sadly, a lot of times defining a relationship is dependent on the man. Is when the man says, I'm ready to show you to my friends and family. That's when it's like, okay, we're ready to get exclusive, right? So for me, I'm thinking as a lady, if you're not ready, you're not ready. I'm not going to be in a situationship with you. So you need to make up your mind what you want.
I think what is well nowadays that sometimes it's not even the guy, sometimes it's the lady. Some guys they want to actually take it to the next step, but then maybe the ladies are not ready to take it to that next level, because in their mind they're like, oh, all men are this, or they perceive men in a certain way, so they don't want to really put themselves out there to be vulnerable to a man. So then they rather just that. It's complicated. It's like a wall that they build to protect, I guess, themselves as well from catching those feelings and actually being vulnerable to the man. So sometimes I guess it comes from both sides, but it is really dating nowadays. It is complicating, because no one really knows, especially this young generation. I think we like to take our time a lot more than before. Like the lady previously said, like before, I can imagine that you meet someone and you state what you want, and you guys just move to, like, you just move, like it's just a train that moves. But nowadays it's like there's stops to it. Like, okay, I'm going to talk to you now for we'll talk like for a month or for 2 months. Okay, then let's see now. After that, are we actually just talking? Are you the only one I'm talking to, or are there 5 people that I'm talking to at the same time? Let's make that clear. Okay, are you going to be the only one I'm talking to? Okay, now you're the only one I'm talking to. And then now that's 3 months. Okay, now are we dating? Because like
yeah.
So it's really great, and that I don't know. It's really confusing. I wish
that the slay queens are too much, because I had a conversation with someone and then they were like, it's confusing, It's like all the slay queens, I don't even know, this girl is giving me the vibes today, and then tomorrow she's acting all funny. It's like it's a hot and cold situation, and then I'm trying to move on to the next person because all the girls these days look hot. It's not like
Yeah.
in our time where you can define and say, okay, this one has a figure 8, and this one is lepa, and this one is chubby. So it's easy for you to pick and choose and say, okay, I like them chubby, or I like them, Now every girl looks almost the same.
It's
You
true.
get what I'm saying?
It's
So
true.
it's like it's displaying too much for the guys, and is that causing some sort of confusion for them?
But I also think that the girls are as bad, if not worse, than the guys these days. Because I feel like
Wow.
there's this empowerment for this, for ESAT. I don't know if you can speak to it. The girls are
Yeah,
dressing.
I think I see what you mean. Yeah, because I think it's coming more from a place of, as I previously, of girls not wanting to get their hearts broken. Because you look at it nowadays, a lot of the guys, a lot of the younger men, even the older men, there are still men in their 30s that will be behaving like small kids. Like, they're not really showing you that they're serious. They don't want to really commit to one person. So the girls as well, they're like, okay, you know what, I'm here, get what I can get out of this, and get what I can get from the next guy, get what I can get from the next guy. And they don't really wanna open themselves and put them out there because they don't want their hearts to get broken, basically.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, Omaya, so what's the situation like in the US?
Well, I think Shubi and Isaac has touched a bit on it, but my take on the whole dating thing is, for me, I consider, the way I think about dating and process it is very different. I process it from a place of, and to your point, ties into your point, Essie, where you said, is it that there are a lot of slay mamas? I think that people have become more physical. It's more about what a person looks like and what a person presents as. That's what has taken over. So a lot of people have made themselves eye candy. So people don't have time to be looking inwards anymore. So for me, I've always seen dating as a spiritual thing, because besides all of the physical, what's in your head? Okay. Now, of course, when I was growing up, of course, because life was, I think, simpler. I want to put it that way. Like, to your point, Essie, people used to write letters, send you cards. You're the only cockroach in my cupboard. You are the only ice cream flavor of ice cream that I like. I would like to take you out on a date. If you give me a chance, I promise I will be the best. So you used to hear stuff like that, and they used to give you things that you would value, little things. But it has changed, because I happen to have lived through those times of writing letters, and I've seen the progression to where people are sliding into DMs and doing what's it called, the app dating and all of that. I never really bought into it, because there's a lot more to a person than the physical. So the slay mama is not an issue. For me, I don't know. A slay mama is not an issue. What do you have on the inside? I know what I'm looking for, right? It has to be deeper than just what a person chooses to look like. If you want to have more melons, you want to have more booty, you want to have more this, all that one is all dandy. If that's your thing, please go ahead, do it. But it's not going to stop my flow, because guess what? A person, man or woman, who knows what they want, when that thing gravitates towards you, you would know. You would know. The problem we have is that a lot of people are more into the physical. The world has gravitated towards the physical more than deeper. That's what I think is happening. And I could be wrong. I stand to be corrected.
No, you're right. I think you're very right that it's about the physical, it's about what's on the outside. And that's why relationships don't go further than just the physical level as well, because it's all about, okay, you look good, you have big bum or you have big breasts. Okay, now you're like my trophy. Like, everywhere I go, I'll carry you. You're not really, they don't really go within, like, deeper to find out, like, okay, what does this person actually like? Like, what are their like what interests them, like what are their passions and stuff like that. These conversations hardly happen nowadays. That's why relationships are so on the shallow, like they're so shallow, like it's on shallow
Very
level.
shallow.
never really deep, and that's why marriages these days like don't work out to as they used to back then, because people don't really go deep to getting to know their partners on a deeper level than just what's on the outside. So
Exactly. And for me, I find I've dated in these times that we're in. And for me, if I listen when people are saying, especially when a man approaches me and takes me out on a date, I'm listening to you. I'm not talking, because everything you're going to say is going to tell me the kind of person you are. Unfortunately, a lot of them are more physical. It's all about what they can get from you physically. And me, I'm not such, I like to look good, but it's much more than that for me. So I can sniff you out easily. So you made my job easy, right? Because who wants to build a home on sand? You don't want to build a home on sand. If you're thinking deeper and you're thinking about your future and your generations to come, you want to take it seriously. People are not taking it seriously. And it seems like there's been a collision of the older world and the new world, because even the older people are getting divorced too, because the men are eye candy. They are looking, melon, backside. Oh my God. Let me have some of this good. So even if you've been married 40, 20 years, guess what? It doesn't mean that you should be careful, because you don't know, because everybody is now caught up in this whole see me, I see you world, right? To just putting it lightly, see me, I see you world. So for me, I stand. If I have to stand alone, this is what I came to. If I have to stand alone, I'm okay. I don't need to put all my emotions, put all the work into something that I know at the end of the day, there will be nothing to pick out of. I'm not going to waste my energy on that, because my energy is very important to me. My peace of mind is very important to me. My self-esteem, my self-confidence is those are essential. Those are very important things to my life. So why would I, subjugate it for some man who doesn't value it? So that's my take. That's where I come from. So I don't usually entertain. If someone is coming at me in a certain direction, I already know. I'm like, there's no need. All this, yes, I look good. Yes, man, I'm sexy, of course. But that's on the surface. What do you have inside? Are you a kind human being? Are you a committed person? Because commitment is rare these days. Loyalty is rare. Those are essential commodities. If it is missing, if an ingredient is missing in a soup you are cooking, if you are cooking a deep kind, you have not put pomo, you have not put this thing, all these small fish and those small snails. The thing has not complete now. So that's the way I see it. That's my take.
Okay, yeah, Omaya, I think you're very right. I was as you guys were talking, I was thinking the word integrity just kept coming to my mind. It's like there's no more integrity when it comes to dating. So apart from the physical attributes, because I had a conversation with a guy who said, "Oh, can you introduce me to someone?" Okay, and I'm like, "Okay, what's your kind of woman? What do you want in a woman?" And then he just kept repeating, "I want her to be beautiful. She has to be beautiful." And I said, what else apart from beauty? Of course, we know that the physical really, it matters, but beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. What I think is beautiful may not even be beautiful to you. So, and then he just kept saying that, let her just be beautiful, as long as she's beautiful. So it's like he was looking for a trophy girlfriend or wife, and that's one of the issues that a lot of guys are having. You're looking for a trophy woman to have. Yes, that's you're looking for a trophy woman because you're looking for the appearance. So we want someone who's presentable. Okay, so when you're introducing her to friends and family, you want that, wow, oh, your woman is beautiful, but what about, is your woman intelligent? When she opens her mouth to interact with people, is she intelligent? Can she sit and have a conversation with you and your boys? Okay, so like I'm sitting down with my husband and his friends and they're talking about football. I may not know anything about football, but I can be part of that conversation by asking questions. Okay, because in some classes you're a student, in other classes you can be a teacher. So do you understand? Is it that when that happens, you're going to the bedroom because no, this is not when they're talking about politics. I don't know a lot about politics, but I can sit and I can learn and I can ask questions that can serve me. Do you understand? If your guy has a business idea or he's having issues at work, can he actually have a conversation with you about it? Okay, so I think that some of the men too, they're just looking for the trophy wife. They're not looking for what's inside. So it's just the physical bit of it. Is she presentable? And a lot of women also do that, because we've heard women who say, oh, I don't date short guys. I don't like short guys. Don't worry, me, I was one of them. And for me, so I didn't like short guys because I felt I was short already. What's the point? Why would two short people be following each other? But all those things don't really matter. At the end of the day, I would have picked a short guy who, ticked all the other boxes, over a tall guy who didn't. You get me? So some things are not cast in stone, like, oh, if he's not tall, then I can't be with him. You get what I mean? It's misplaced priorities too. Okay, and Isaac said, okay, some of the ladies too have issues. It's not just the men that are being selective. Okay, guys, so we're talking about dating in 2022 and the challenges. If you want to be a part of the conversation, and you want to come on live, to be a part of the conversation, I will send you the link to join the studios. Okay, so we can do that in a bit. But let me take a comment. Tracy says, something needs to attract you physically first before you start to get to know each other on other levels. I agree with you completely. Something definitely has to attract you. Okay, so it's for some people, like Omaya said, is the what did you call it? The watermelon, or what did you call it?
the melons.
Yeah, it's that. Some guys, if you don't have that, there is no way. They are not even looking in your direction. You can be the most intelligent and the most successful woman in the world. They're not even looking there. So yes, something has to attract you. But after you have seen that first physical attraction, then what next? What are you expecting this person to bring to the table? I was going to mention, yeah, so if you have Shibi, you can share the link so they can join the studio, and
Okay.
we'll have them,
Can I just say that I also feel like people have different reasons for dating. So if you're coming to me and you're like, Omoye dates, I mean, I can safely say that you date with intention. But some people just want to date for the sake of dating, like, let's see how it goes. So if a guy that's intention is to see how it goes and meets a beautiful woman like Omoye who is dating with intention, call it work. It's not gonna work.
True.
So
that's very true. And then I was going to touch on something as well. Okay, yes. So there's also this new trend now. A lot of people are looking for financial security in relationships. So I mean, on social media, it's big. Now, for me, finances is important. I'm not going to pay your bills. I'm sorry. I'm a woman. It's in my head. It's not right. Listen, because if we want to switch things up, let's switch things up all the way. Let me be the head, and then you be, the support system and all of that. But so every woman needs some sort of security, whether it's financial or otherwise. Yeah. But these days it's excessive to the point where a woman doesn't even want to do anything. A woman doesn't even want to. She just wants to be taken care of. Okay, she wants the man to be the one, just dropping the money, and then she's doing nothing. She's not doing anything to bring in money into the home. That I don't agree with. Okay, you have to contribute your own quota. You are the support system for the man, which means that there are times when you have to pitch in. There are times when you have to be the one to carry the home. It happens a lot. Okay, but in a situation where a man is abusing that, then there's a problem. Now, a lot of men are also looking for financial security. That is something I have also seen trending on social media. So when you see all these relationships, breaking up, and then the women are coming out, that is one of the things that's really hurting the women, that they've invested so much finances into the relationship. They've taken care of the man, they've done this, they've done that. It would hurt because it's not your place to do that. I don't feel it is. You can be a support system, for the man. If you're comfortable doing it, then let it not be an issue when you guys have broken up. I told a friend of mine, I said, this, you're in a relationship with a man and you're the one always picking the bills. You're the one footing every bill. You're the one doing this, you're doing that. And then the next thing is going to ask you for rent. And then, I don't have a problem with it if you don't have a problem with it. You see what I mean? So if you're okay being the breadwinner as a woman, I don't have a problem with it. That's not my style. You get me? But when you guys have issues, can you please not use that as, as, don't bring it up as an issue. For example, when a man is the breadwinner, he doesn't complain, right? He does what he's supposed to do. He doesn't complain about bringing in the money. You guys can have an argument and he will never mention, oh, I'm the one feeding you and all of that. That's for the same men.
Okay.
Yeah, so I know that.
Qualify it.
I'm talking about a typical relationship where, you get what I mean. So the same way, if you feel that you want to be the breadwinner in the home as a woman, do it, like they say now, do it with your full chest. Okay, don't let it be the reason why you're looking down on this man. Nobody put a gun to your head to say you must be the breadwinner. You made the decision to do it. So don't run the man down because of it. Unfortunately, that doesn't always end well, because some men now take advantage and then they never want to do anything.
Right.
Okay,
so,
you've been following the trend.
So I just feel like for that, right? Everybody's different to right? And everybody would handle their relationships the way it suits them best, right? But let's not forget, yes, we're in modern times, but we have to always remember, men have always been hunters and gatherers. It is the nature of a man. Most men, let me say most men, it's the nature of most men to be hunters and gatherers. That will never change. So most times what happens is a man that's a hunter and a gatherer, really deep down inside, because of maybe societal changes, or maybe they're not able to get their hands on things, and they meet someone, right, who maybe tends to have, and they choose to be with this person, what happens is that thing inside of them kicks in. They can't handle it. So this is why abuse becomes, inevitable in a situation like that. So as a woman, you have to understand your man, right? I've heard that a lot. Understand your man, understand the kind of man you're dealing with. The same way a man knows that, look, the kind of woman that's going to be good for him is a woman that is grounded or has certain values, not necessarily the physical. This is why sometimes when they choose wrong, you end up with, maybe you're mismatched with the person that you had no business in the first place being with, but because of the glitz and the glamour, you stay with this person, and then that man ends up being with, maybe cheating with someone who really is the person that he ought to have been with in the first place. So there's no yardstick for measuring. I think that men and women, it's an inside job. What do you want? What matters most to you? Those core values are very important, So as we're saying this, we have to understand men have always been hunters and have always been gatherers. It doesn't change. And the truth is that most men tell you the truth from the beginning. Some men lie, yes, I agree. But most men will always show you who they are from the beginning. When you're dating them, they will show you themselves. But sometimes women, because we're caught up in our emotions, we want to gravitate towards our emotions and ignore what this man is saying with everything, body language, even saying it out loud to us.
Okay, before I take you, Shubi, Phil Osaha, if you, I'd like you to contribute as well. So I need to send you a link. Shubi, is that who you were talking about?
No, it's my
okay, so Phil Osaha, if you send me a DM on Instagram, I will send you the link to join the studio. Okay, if you send me a DM, I'm EssePanya on Instagram. Let me see if I can get that put up on the screen. So so EssePanya on Instagram, send me a DM and then just say hi, and I will send you the link to contribute. It will be good to have a man point of view on this issue.
Right. So
And
I
should be, you can
your
send the
YouTube
link. That's the
essay.
studio link now, not the YouTube link,
So can't you
to
share it on
those who
your
want to
YouTube?
contribute.
Okay. Yeah. Is that they on YouTube or they're on different platforms?
Yeah, so Phil is on YouTube chatting, so
So
I
you
need
can
to.
you can copy that link and just drop it on your YouTube chat session. You don't need to go out. You just there's a box there. I think if you click on the ellipsis, like three dots or so, it
Yeah,
should
yeah.
yeah. So copy that link and just drop it on your YouTube. And that person can come in directly.
Okay, yeah. So Shubi, you were going to say something.
Yes, I was going to say that. Yes, I understand that men are hunters, and they are well, how we were raised. They are the primary. They're the primary provider of the home. Having said that, though, I feel really bad for the guys these days because I saw two stories on Instagram this week about a guy just asking a girl to be his girlfriend, and already she's telling you're not bringing anything to the table, and already you're telling him, oh, you have to give me 10,000 naira every week. You have to top up my what you call it, my phone subscription. You have to do this, you have to do. And see, will you calm down? What are you bringing to the table? Why are you making such demands? One, he's not your father. Two, he doesn't owe you anything. So why are you now making such demands? I don't understand it. Or is that what they do these days when they're dating? Because I don't understand.
Well, to be fair, just to chip in on that, obviously that's really a wrong perspective, or a wrong way to enter into a relationship
Yeah.
generally. But what we don't see as well, what is happening a lot nowadays, is how men approach ladies and what they tell ladies from the beginning. If you've already presented that, because okay, let me use an example. These days, when a man approaches me, the first thing he says that, oh baby, I can take care of you. Oh baby, I have money, I can do this. So the girl is already going in there like, okay, you have money, you can take care of me. Oh yeah, show me the money now. So you cannot be surprised when after a week of meeting someone, they're already expecting you to send them money, because that's what you have come with. If you came with actually wanting to know someone, wanting to being actually interested in someone, because when you're coming with that, a lot of girls these days, they're not stupid. They know already, okay, this one, he's just saying that because he obviously wants something from me, because he's not coming to really get to know me. He's coming with like flashy. Oh yeah, let me chop as well now, so that I'll chop clean mouth, move my my whole way. Let us out and going our separate ways now.
Okay,
So
that reminds me of something very interesting. I'll touch on it in a bit. Instagram, please join us on Facebook or YouTube. I'm signing out of Instagram now. It was nice to have you guys. Thank you. And Phil, I have dropped the link to join the studio in the chat section, the link that says StreamYard. Okay, so please join in. Would like to have you and hear your opinion. Okay. Yes. So yes, what Issa was saying now, the guys come all flashy and all of that. So I heard this gist here. I don't know how true it is. I don't have anyone around me who does that. So girls like have names that they store as the men. Okay,
yeah.
they're toasters, yeah. As yeah. So you've got foodie. So if you want food, you want someone to buy you food. So it will be like Alex food,
Yes.
stuff like
Are you
that. And then
joking?
if it's recharge or credit airtime or something, it will be John recharge, stuff like that. Yeah, girls do it. I heard the
Yeah.
gist and I was like, what's going on with this generation? Like, seriously,
I,
we didn't do all of that. Yeah, we had guys who used to come and take us out, and we knew that, yeah, these ones just want to ball. Right now girls are saving those names on their phone, so when you call, they know that, okay, this one is, let me just ask for food. This one is okay. This one drops money. Let me. So some of them is like, these guys are stingy. They will not drop the bar, yeah, but they will take me out to eat,
yeah.
right? Or they will take me to the movies. So if I want to do the movies, I just call Lagbaja, and I know that, yeah, I'm sorted. But that worries me in the sense that, what kind of ladies are we grooming? Well, you can't take yourself to. In my time, yeah, my friends and I used to go out as girls just to take ourselves out to have fun. And then you would even have guys like, try to buy us drinks and like, we're like, no, it's a girls' night out. No men. Thank you for your admiration and all of that. You want to buy us, okay, buy for this table, but no girl is leaving this table to come and have a chat with you because today is all about us. Okay. So we used to do all of that. And then we'll go out and have fun and it was good. But now it's like, hello, babe, what's up? That guy is calling you. We're going to the club tonight. Come now, so we'll all go together. Or babe, what are you doing? Yeah, come to my house. That guy is sending food. So I told him that we're two in the house and stuff like that. Like, seriously, can't you afford these things for yourself? Now there's so much. Then we didn't even have access to work or business. A lot of us didn't have that while we were in school. We didn't have that business sense, you get me? But even at that, we weren't doing things like that. Now girls have access to business. You can be in school and be working and you can be running a business. Yet that really worries me, So while we're waiting for the guys who want to come on, guys, please come on. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what your challenges are with the ladies of of 2022. Okay, a lot of young men who are latching onto women who have money. So now it's not just women looking for security.
Yeah, everybody's as bad as everybody else, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did you say, Shubi? I didn't hear that.
I said everybody, the guys are as bad as the girls and the girls are as bad as the guys.
Absolutely.
It's like there's a competition on who's going to be the baddest.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to touch on what really your personal challenges are. So like give me a scenario, talk to me about a date that you went on, and maybe when you guys started the conversation, he looked like he was an okay guy. And then when you went on like a date or two, because sometimes it's the first date you guys actually hit it off is after the first date, like on the second or third date that you realize, okay, this guy is really shallow. I'm not even going to waste my time anymore. Okay, so tell me about such an experience, as in why are you still, okay, let me separate it because you could be single for a whole different reason from what the men are, actually bringing to the table right now. So let's talk about first a weird experience, okay, that you had on a date or on a second date that made you change your mind about the person. Okay, who wants to go first? Let's go with the okay, Omaya.
I can go. So, well, there was a date I had, I want to say a couple of months ago. So the guy, we were talking. I met him on a random, I think I went to the grocery store or something like that. I went shopping that day and I met him. Anyway, we exchanged numbers and we're talking, right? The conversation seemed to be going good. He seemed to have it, like a reasonable person. And then we chatted for like a week. And I was enjoying the conversation. I was like, this is good though. Conversational man. Yes. Right? So we kept talking. And then the next week, it was like he pushed it up a notch. So he started inquiring about sexual positions. What do you like?
What?
I'm telling you, what position? Do you like leg on the ceiling fan? Do you like this? Do you like that? I'm telling you.
Are you kidding me?
This is real life now. You say give example, be ready to hear things. The man was, I couldn't believe it. And then he was like, he sent me a long text message. It's like, because he's he has not yet found someone who really knows how to kiss in such a way. I mean, the way he was talking about the kissing, I was like, maybe there's another kissing that I don't know yet. I don't understand. Is it not kiss? Is there another one? I'm telling you. After that, I was like, this is crazy. So I sent him a message. I'm like,
oh, that's my baby girl.
Oh, hi, baby girl. Hi, Mobolaji. Nice to have you. So I said, wait. And I sent him a message. I said, did someone get a hold of your phone? Or because the conversation we were having the previous week was it was like a switch. So he responded, he's like, well, I'm sorry. It's just been on my mind. You're so sexy.
Wow.
I just kind of want to know because, sex is very important. It's an important aspect of marriage, of a relationship.
Cancel him. Cancel
Nah,
him.
I say, wèrè leléyìí, orí ẹ̀ ò pé, kò ní dáa fún ẹ. I say, really? I just blocked him.
Omaya, please translate for Isa because I don't think
Oh,
she
yeah,
understands.
sorry, Ita. So what I was saying, I was insulting him in Yoruba, and I was saying, it will not be good for you. Your head is not correct, though. So after he responded and it was going on and on, I just blocked him. I couldn't deal. I couldn't imagine how you're having a normal conversation 1 week. We never even know whether we are going in the direction or not. I'm just seeing friend only. And then you switch the following week into another level. So what I find, my own experience has been that a lot of men it's all about how they can get you in the other room. That's all it seems to be. Like, that's all they're more interested in. And I come from, my understanding is that, you want to know a person, you want to build friendship with that person. And in that friendship, there has to be a certain level of trust. And you have to know where you're going. And again, that should be just precisely stated. I'm an intentional person. So I don't believe in throwing myself around or just hanging out casually. No. I have friends that are guys. That's okay. I have enough friends to last me a lifetime, but I can't be hanging out with you. And then next thing, you're talking about the other room. They don't waste any time. It's all about, they're so fixated on the physical. It's crazy. So that was a crazy experience that I had. And I was like, this is crazy. I beg.
And that's not even
It really
online.
is. So before we take on the next person, let's just bring the gentleman in the studio, and then we'll take your weirdest experiences. Hello, Mr. Phil.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Blessed are you amongst women.
I am surprised I am the only one here.
Yeah, because your brothers are running away. They are running
It's
away
like that
because
for
they I think they're all in situationships, so I don't understand.
that's
So they
what
don't,
you
yeah,
tell me.
they don't want to burn their own cable. Like when they're here and their girlfriend sees them and they're like, "What are you doing on that show? Are you single?" You know. Yeah, so it's good to have you. Before I come to you, Phil, we're talking about weird situations, weird dating situations. Yeah. So Isaac, do you want to tell us an experience you've had?
Okay.
Yeah, I had lots of experiences.
No,
If
Phil,
yeah,
hold on
yeah, I
one
can hear you.
second. Let the ladies, and then we'll come to you.
Okay.
Okay, good. Isaac.
Okay, so let me do this one. So there's this guy that was trying to toast me for like 3 years or something. Like, this guy was trying to toast me, but I was not answering him because I didn't have his time. So Aisha now said, okay, cool, you know what? Let me just give listening ears to what this guy has to say. I said, okay. I went, we spoke. It seemed like really cool, like it was cool and chill and all that. I was like, you know, okay, let me actually give him a try, because someone that has been toasting for 3 years, there must be like, you must have a level of patience, like, to be toasting someone for 3 years where you're not. So I now said, okay, cool, let's see how this thing go and all of that. So there was now where I was supposed to go and hang out with girls, but something happened to him, so he was not feeling too well. So I now said, okay, I was supposed to hang out with my girls, but would it be okay for me and my girls to come to yours together, how you're doing, and then I'll cancel with my girls. So, like, so okay, that's fine. Yeah, you guys can come over. So I now went to house friend, and then we were there. And came, and then him and my and stuff like that. Everything was cool. So the next day now, my friend was back again to talk to his friend again and meet. We're all supposed to come and meet at his house. I was there, oh boys, like I was not there, because this guy weird. started wanting to toast my friend, started wanting to this,
I'm
started wanting
sorry,
to.
somebody there's
Yeah, I can hear from the back. Yeah, some noise in someone's background. Yeah.
Can we all go on mute? When she's talking, let's all. I think all if we all go on mute.
So yeah, he now started, but he was doing it. We're all in the same house, but he was doing it in a way that he wasn't making it too obvious. He was even whispering to my friend that don't tell your friend, or don't tell your friend. He was trying to basically do stuff with my friend while we were all in the same house. So afterwards now, when the whole gathering had finished, my friend now later came and told me that, this your guy, I thought you guys were talking, because he was like sounding some type of way, trying to toast me, trying to this. I was like, eh. And then I was like, I confronted him with it. He denied it, acting like it didn't happen, that it was a lie, that I was even delusional. I was like, okay, no problem. It's my fault. It's me that came to your house. It's me that gave you a chance. So let me just go back to my house and go back to my life and everything. Let me just ignore you. So that's how I just left him. Later on now, he started calling that, begging that, oh, baby, no, it's not true. Oh, blah, 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 baby, rapping for me here. Even till today, this guy is too, I blocked him. Oh, he used another number to call me still that, oh, I'm only human. I'm only human. You will make mistakes. I was like, oh, so now you have accepted it. So it's true that you did it. I told him that you know what, if I ever was to get back to you, that means that I'm the biggest goat. Now you're the goat, but now that time I'll be the biggest goat if I was actually to ever answer you again. So that's how I just wiped my hand from that one.
Okay, that's so funny. I mean, people are weird. People can be weird like that. Yeah. Phil, what happened to you? Okay, before Phil comes back into the studio and before she tells like experience, Isat just released a new single yesterday. Isat, how come you didn't mention that when you were talking about yourself? You know, I almost forgot. So I'm just gonna play a teaser, right? You guys go to Isat's YouTube channel. And Issa, please drop your YouTube channel in the chat. I'm going to drop it as well. But
Okay.
I'm going to play a teaser. You guys listen to the new song and then go to YouTube to watch the full video. Okay, so that is it. You get to YouTube. I have it somewhere. I have it somewhere. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'll drop it while the show is ongoing. But you can find Isat on YouTube as Isat African Queen. Okay, and then you see all of her videos and all the wonderful work that she's done. Yeah, support her, subscribe to her channel, follow her on all her social media platforms as well. Okay, so we have Phil in the house. Oga Phil,
Madam.
what do you have to say to these beautiful ladies?
Okay, first, I think, like you said, the ladies are beautiful, and I'll say good evening first to everyone here and everyone in the background once and listening to the show. I actually got invited by a lady in the show. She's not, I think, okay, she's not online. Okay, she told me women would speak in, and since I like to talk more about women, I
Okay,
would.
first, are you in a relationship? Are you single or are you in a situationship?
Okay, situation. Okay, I am actually single.
You're single.
Very much single.
Okay, good to know. Don't worry, I'm not trying to matchmake, I'm just asking.
I
Okay,
know.
so what are the challenges that you face as a single man?
Okay. First, facing challenges as a single man, I don't really think there are too many challenges aside from when you try to just become, let's say, most ladies to call it being flirty. But when you say you meet a lady, just say she's free and you say hi instead of getting a hello back. you get a stern look as though I like what the shit, I can't use that word. Why is he saying hi? That stern look. As a single person, that's what I get a lot. Naturally, I think you know it to what women do. So, but when I believe when I say hi, what should come from you is supposed to be a hello. So if I cannot get a hello, I can understand that probably not interested in saying hi. I just walk away. But then I feel it's mostly it doesn't have to do with schooling, but it has to do with how far you are educated to know that the hi deserves a hello. No, you can equally say I'm not interested in anything for come further. But then hello is paramount to the option is it's it's the matchmaking for matchmaker for hi. Hello, hi, and that's it. If he wants to push further, you can tell him I'm married, single, I'm not interested. And that's why I get being single. But if you want me to talk more about what I faced in my previous relationships, I can give you that also.
Okay, before we go back to you, let's go to Shubi. You're about to tell us about your weirdest situation.
I don't know whether it's because I'm a woman of a certain age, because I don't know the kind of people that are just sliding into my DMs. Because there was one that said he came and started asking me questions, and I said, "Oh, I'm not looking for." He came in straight and said, "I'm looking for somebody. I want to get married." And I said, "Oh no, that I just left a marriage. I'm not looking to marry." This guy ghosted me. He didn't even wait. He ghosted me. And then there was another one that Uncle said that let us be helping each other. Meanwhile, Uncle has wife at home. So I don't understand the kind of help that you want to be helping me and the kind of help that you want me to be helping you. So these are the kind of, and my friends have been telling me lately to go on dating apps, but I'm like, the people that I'm seeing in real life is like they don't have common sense. So what is the guarantee that these people on Bumble and Hinge that I don't even know, that I can't even vouch for, what's the guarantee that somebody will not come and now do madness for me? So I don't know. I'm a bit skeptical about dating apps, to be fair.
Helping each other. But it's not bad to help each other now.
It depends on helping.
What are we talking about? See, look, we were just talking about guys, being flashy and saying I'll take care of you, and now you're seeing a guy that wants to help you. Why don't you want to be helped? Why?
Someone else is off back.
Please.
Oh my God, all sorts of weird things going on. So where is the balance? How do we find balance? Phil, what do you do? Okay, so you're a single guy and you're interested in, getting into a serious relationship, yeah?
I wouldn't say that. Honestly,
you wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that. Okay. You see, I can let me go a bit into my family. Okay, I come from a broken home. I don't know if that is what has affected me over the years, but I really do not find women that interesting.
You don't find what?
I really don't find women that interesting because I've been in some failed relationships, and there are things that I see that I think actually you can do better. Most especially from my married friends. My friends are married. I'm I'm 36. Most of my friends are married. They have kids. So when I go to visit them once or twice, you get this character, this attitude that their wife gives to them. So I just sometimes think, really, is it worth it? Should somebody even go through all the stress and get all this? And a friend of mine had to walk up to me, took me to a corner, and started whispering to me that he wants to get a second wife. that the problems is getting in the house. He's tired of
Yeah.
it. That's the when you don't need a second wife because the same problem you're going to face. So you're already in this one, find a way to fix this.
Phil, can I ask you a question? When you say
I'm
that you don't
listening.
find women interesting, what do you mean by that?
Interesting in the aspect of marriage. Interesting in the aspect of marriage. I really do not find marriage too interesting, especially with women in it. I have seen too many discrepancies over the years. I could have gotten married in 2018, in 2020. I tried to put in the effort. But for somebody like me, who, as you would say, has been in a situationship, so I try to come to meet different women over the years, trying to become a better version of the person I used to be. You know, but the time I had 8 girlfriends at a go.
Yeah.
So,
Ah.
Sorry,
So
sorry.
so
there's
These are
something
the issues.
there's something going on.
wait. I'm coming somewhere. Okay, I had 8 girlfriends at a go. As at then, now it's not as if you're leading for the next person. Everybody knows there is somebody. But then nobody knows who is number one. There was no number one. There was no number eight. You're just hitting number 1 to 8. So I dropped all that for a particular girl. I said, okay. My friends kept saying, okay, it seems you're always the problem. You keep complaining about women. You are the problem. So I said, okay, now let's do it differently. Let me drop all these and give it a better shot. Do it better this time, as you would have done it. I did it. I got the same results. You know, when you fix all the energy you use for 8 women on one woman, it will be too much. I didn't know how to balance that.
Feeling be like saying a karma they follow. Not be anything they happen.
Because I don't understand.
There are village
I
people are
can't.
following now because they know that
No, no, it's not just that. I won't call these village people. I believe, I believe if you have a spouse, be it a girlfriend or a wife, for me, it's the man's duty to provide. Now, when I'm making provision, I can provide for you all the way. I can go all out for you. There will not be a time where you now have to get some shortcomings and some things that has to do with the home and even your personal life. I will build you very well. My 8 girlfriends can attest to that. My previous 8 girlfriends, let me say. So I can build you personally. Now, what I want is, can you also meet me halfway? Because I'm not going to take 30%. If I'm giving you 50, I need at least 45.
So you're
you are sharing. You are giving them each like how much? 15?
No. I'm not
you're
talking about
you're
it.
not
I'm not
giving
talking
her
about.
100%. No, but if you're not
No,
giving her
I'm not talking
100%,
about.
why are you expecting her to give you 100%? Because you're sharing
No,
yourself across
no.
8 women.
Hold. No, that was the thing. I said, okay, now if I'm meeting one woman, when I had the 8 girlfriends, I didn't really care what they do with themselves. So long as whenever you have time
Okay, Phil,
and
I
we
have
have
one
time, we
question
can
to
do it.
ask you. Where are you
Okay, I'm
now?
listening.
Yeah, where are you now as per your mindset in regards to settling down and the way that you see women? And before you answer that question, I want to touch on your what you're bringing to the table. So you're saying you're bringing 50% to the table. Personally, I don't even agree with that. I don't think that. Yeah, they say 50-50. Yeah, you bring. I don't
It's
agree with the
100.
50-50 thing.
No,
For
no, you
me, I
don't
am
get.
not. I am not half a human being. So why am I giving 50% of myself?
Okay, hold,
Right.
hold, hold.
Okay. So
I
I'll tell you something. When I met my husband,
okay.
he asked me the question. He said, how much are you bringing into this relationship? Because my husband knew, right? He wanted to settle down. When we met, he wanted to settle down. He wasn't looking for boyfriend and girlfriend. No, he wanted to settle down. So he wanted to know how committed I was to settling down and how ready I was. And so he asked me, and I told him, I'm bringing 110% into this relationship, all of me and more. If I'm expecting the best from you, I have to give my very best first. And I think that that's where a lot of people miss it. Okay. We're looking at what the other person has to bring, has to offer, without looking at ourselves. What do you have to offer? Where you are right now, what can you bring to the table? Okay. So whether it's, I'm not even talking about finances now. Okay. We're talking about commitment level. We're talking about, you know, the best of you. Why am I giving just 50? If I'm just willing to give 50%, then I don't think that you're worth it. I mean, it's a waste of my time. Let me just hold on till I find someone that is deserving of my 100%. And I will always put my best foot forward. I would rather do that. And then it doesn't work out. And I know it's not because I wasn't giving it all. You understand what I'm saying? It's other factors.
That wasn't meant to be.
Because at the end of every relationship, I think everybody should be able to sit down and, you know, look back at what went wrong, and, you know, and not just putting all of the blame on this other person. It takes two to tango. So the person may have done you wrong, but what could you have done differently? And a lot of times you don't know until you're out of that relationship. So you look at all those things and then you say, okay, I am going to be a better version of myself in my next relationship, leaving all of this baggage behind. It's my personal opinion. I don't agree with 50%. If you tell me I'm bringing 50%.
Hold. Now, I didn't say I was bringing 50%. I said if I'm bringing 50, I expect to bring 45. It's the same thing for if I'm bringing 100, it should not be 5% short of what I'm bringing into the table. That's what I mean. I didn't have to put in them. I just used 50. I didn't put it as an example. So if I'm bringing 50, bring 45. I'm not going to take 30.
Okay.
So it's I don't have passwords in my phone when I was in a single relationship, when I had no other person but one girl. I don't have passwords to anything. You have access to everything. So it's I believe there's a whole lot to do when it comes to being what's the word to use? Let me use the word open. You have to be completely a blank sheet. I have to see through you. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a space where I have to walk through to get answers. If I come to you for it, I should get it directly from you. If you have any shortcoming, you tell it to me first. I would gladly accept hearing it from you than finding out myself. So it's a whole lot. She told me, Phil, you're a good person. You're a really good person. But for marriage, I don't think I'm ready for it. I've gotten a hold of that over the years. See, sorry to say, I've met with at least 10 virgins in the course of all this plenty worker. So it's okay.
Should be why you are respecting yourself. You are being honest.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Respect is honesty.
Now, I think now if I want to settle for somebody in the near future, I wouldn't want somebody who is a virgin, because virgins naturally do not want to stay. From what I have seen and experienced, they do not always want to stay. After a while, they find this other guy that is more interesting. That's I don't know, that is fascinating, and you just find yourself in that dark spot. So I if I'm giving you 50, like I said, I need 45. Yeah, I had to back out from marriage over, I think, for like 4-6 years now. It's not really in my plan, because I have gone and I've seen, not able to talk about the kind of women that are left with now. I'm talking about the women of 30, I'm talking about the women of 25, downwards, some even up to 28, sometimes kind of women you see. You tend to wonder, how were you raised? Go on. How? As in, who raised you? Where did you get this thing from? So it's just like that for me. I have not seen, and now a woman wants you, most of the women I've met want you to provide all the way. I'm talking about protection, physical provision, emotional provision, whichever way they want the provision. But now when it comes to being submissive, they call it slavery.
Okay,
I
so Phil, can I interject for a quick second? And I may
okay,
be
please.
asking you a question. I may be asking you a question as well, but I'm going to start with a statement. Okay, so as human beings, right, it's very important for you to work on yourself, number
Exactly.
one.
Uh,
And you
I'm
have to,
having
you
network
cannot,
issues. It's
oh,
raining
okay.
here.
Oh, sorry about
It's
that.
raining here, so
Okay, can you hear me?
I think his network is gone bad.
Right. Okay.
But go on, Miss.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that you have to work on yourself,
Mhm.
and you have to understand that you cannot give what you don't have.
Exactly.
If you don't have peace, you can't give peace. If you don't
Mhm.
have love, you cannot give love. You
Mm.
see, this selfishness
of
about
course you
coming
can.
together, I think, is the problem with us as people, both men and women. No, I'm not just talking about men. So why am I saying this? If you feel like the people, the women that you've been meeting are not, you're not feeling anything from them, you shouldn't be, personally, this is my own personal opinion, and it's not in any way this to you, Phil, if you can hear me,
Okay,
is that
I'm listening.
it's very important for you to do a lot of work within yourself, and you
Oh,
don't go into a relationship expecting to be selfish,
yeah.
bringing your selfish needs forward. I want the woman to be a virgin, for instance. I want the woman to be this, but if she might not be fulfilling you on a level that you need to be fulfilled. And what does submissive mean to you? Because you have to be careful with that word. Does submissive, when you say submissive, you have to understand that human beings grow and develop. The person you meet today, 10, 2 years, heck, 6 months down the line, may not be the same person. So you have to
Yeah.
be able to work with the growth in your relationship. Mutual respect is more important because you can as well be submissive. If you want to be a leader, you have to learn to serve, right? So if you're wanting to take that position of being the man who has everything to provide, you have to put yourself in a position to be able to first serve yourself, serve other people, serve the partner you have chosen. Because let me tell you, when you serve someone who you consider your partner, they will serve you gladly. The issue of whether you want her to submit or you don't want her to submit will not even come up, because what they're going to be seeing is a man who's giving them what they need, and they also giving the man what he needs.
He needs.
So mutual respect is very important. I think that the reason why you're not finding that connection is you still have a lot of work to do. And the people you're surrounded by are not good examples, I'm sorry
Mm.
to say. So you need to keep learning.
Okay.
I'm glad that you are taking the steps. And you seem like a reasonable person, and you're taking the steps because you really want to figure it out. I can sense that, right? But I will encourage you to keep figuring it out, because you're going to be the best version of yourself when you're done. So you can give the best of yourself to your partner. And let me tell you, it's not about how old the person is. You should be looking at what that person has within them, that that you can come together and build an empire. Not just, oh, I want to
Okay.
marry a woman and just have her there,
How you
and
feel? I feel the older better.
no, I'm just saying, I'm just giving you an example. I'm not saying you have to go. I'm just saying that remove age, remove your selfish intentions about being with someone. Because if you come in with selfish intentions, you're not going to get the
The
100% of
best
the
version of the
person.
person.
You're going to be getting 10%, 20, because your intentions, your motives are already selfish from the jump. So work on that aspect of it. And I'm not saying that you're not already working on it. Maybe you are, but continue to work on that. You need to be your whole self. You need to say, okay, what I am expecting from somebody else, do I have it to give? Do I have the peace? Am I submissive also? Men don't ask them. Look, let me tell you, I grew up in a home that's somewhat traditional. But let me tell you, my dad cooked for us. My dad used to clean the house. My dad used to back us. I remember being on my dad's back. My dad used to bath us. My dad would take us to school. He was like the playful one. Okay. My mom had her own business, but my dad, even though he believed, yes, the man has to provide, but he was humble enough, because when he cleans the house, there's no sand. So there was competition between my mom and my dad, like who cleans better, who cooks better. We prepared my dad's food because
Yeah,
my
that sounds
mom,
like my home right now.
exactly,
Trust
my
me.
mom was very stingy. My mom would put plenty water inside food. My papa no dey put plenty water. He go cook and the ingredient go solid inside pots. You go chop, you go belle full. You understand? If my mama want make
Yeah.
bonvita or tea, he go put plenty water. My papa go make thick bonvita, thick cocoa. We used to prefer his. So why am I saying this? There are homes. I grew up in a home like that. Well, do you think that if I meet a man that's telling me, oh, you have to do all of this, I have a good example, right? A
To show.
yardstick to
Yeah.
follow. Of course, the man is not going to be 100% like my
Like
dad,
your dad,
but
yeah.
there are certain things that are qualities that I have taken from that. And I know that that's what I desire in my partner.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying to you. You're a young man, but I think that you're on the right track. Keep working on yourself. You need to be able to get to a point where you say, I'm 100%. I can give, I can cook, I can clean, I can do everything emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, and physically for myself. When you meet someone, you will even know. When you meet a woman and the woman is coming at you sideways, you will know right away because you are 100%. So you will know when a woman is putting in 20%. You will know when she's putting in 10%. You won't waste your time. That's what I just want to put that out there because I listened to you and I heard some of these things. So please, let's encourage each other. We need to do better for ourselves so that we can be better. If we're trying to build healthy home, we need to be 100% fair. Self-love is number one.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. No, very true. Can I just
Okay, guys. Okay. We're about to round up the show now. Thank you guys for all your contributions and everyone who's been tuned in and watching. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you for your time.
Phil, since you're the only man amongst us, is there any other thing that you want to say? Because I want to ask you guys really what you're looking for in a partner right now. Okay, so can you just give me 3 traits of what you're looking for in a woman? So the ladies are going to tell me traits that they're looking for in a man. The kind of man they want to be with, the kind of man they want to date and stuff like that. So 3 traits, 3 characteristics, 3 attributes.
Okay, I think do I really have? I just think someone a good person in the sense that someone who's open, someone who can tell me everything. It's simple. It's that simple for me. I just want to know everything. I want to know it all. Simple as that.
You want to what?
I want to know it all. I want to know everything. Someone who is
About
a
the
good
person. Okay,
person.
so someone who's good, someone who's what? Who's trustworthy.
If you can tell me everything you have, trust will come to build trust is easy. If you trust me enough with certain things, it's so easy to build trust. I want to know everything. So you can trust me with that. The rest is history. It's a walk in the park from there.
Okay, yeah, that's a good thing. That's good. But I also want to chip in something that about telling you everything. It's not possible for someone to tell you everything. They will tell you what the major things are, like when you meet, and then as you go on in the relationship, you get to discover some other things. Not because necessarily that they wanted to hide those things, but either because they hadn't come up, because some things are revealed as they come up. Okay, it's not because the other person is trying to hide it. So if it hasn't come up,
Yeah, I know.
then I'm not telling you
I know
about
that.
it. It's not because I'm trying to hide it from you. It just hasn't come up. But what the basic things are, yes, everyone should come to a relationship with an open book, with an open mind, and what Mirabel says what he wants is nice, but it has to be built over time. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. So yeah, when you meet a woman and she's supposedly told you everything, yeah, and then at some point down the line in your relationship, you discover some new things. It's not because she was withholding, not necessarily because she was withholding. I've been married 5 years. There are some things that my husband is just finding out about me. There are some things I'm just finding out about him because they just came up. Okay, it can be something in the news that triggers it. And maybe my husband is screaming, how could anyone do this? And I say, oh, I had that experience before. It's not because I was hiding it from him. It's because it just never came up. It wasn't one of the things that we put up front, to talk about. So that can be built over time. Adekunle Nola says transparency and openness are key, but yes, they will come in stages. Yes. So everybody seems to agree that they will come in stages. Okay. So Phil, you're on the right track. And I'm glad that you're also an open person, and I like that you're transparent. You came and you said it as it is. Some guys will come and just beat around the bush and then go. So I'm glad that you opened up, and anyone who knows you or who sees you sees what you truly are. Okay, so even if you're not perfect, nobody is perfect. We're all a work in progress. We're continuously working on ourselves, building ourselves. But if you at least can tell yourself the truth, that's okay, these are the areas that I need to work on in my life, then I think that you're on the right track. So I'm going to go to Isat. Are you ready, Isat?
Yes, I am. Just before I say my characteristics or what I would be looking for in someone, I just wanted to add in as well in the fact that of what Phil said in the beginning about when you say hi to a girl, that they sometimes the way they react might not be the nicest way. Obviously, it's not nice to be rude, but especially now, the times that we in, it depends. It so depends on the way you approach a girl as well, and where you approach someone, obviously as well, because nowadays you hear so many stories of guys who don't take rejection really well. Like, you might be so nice to a guy, when they come say hi, you say hi, and then they say, oh, can I have your number? You say no. The way they will then take that, some guys, they don't know how to take rejection. So if a girl is already being defensive from the beginning, from the jump, then I don't think we can blame, especially this generation, too much, because we're also watchful of what's going on. You never know what intention someone has you, or when they say
That's
hi
true.
and stuff like that. So things like that happen. But I would say what I look for, or what I would love for my future husband to have is I guess, yeah, honesty, transparency, and just someone who will come into it giving their all, and not just half of them or a part of them, but just like fully coming into it. Because when I go into something, I go into it with my whole heart and with my whole self. So I would expect someone to come in with that as well.
Effective return.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so commitment and transparency. Omaya, do you want to take it away?
Yeah. So I mean, I really don't like talking about what I'm looking for, because I don't want to prepare. If he's out there listening to me, I don't want to prepare him. He would know when he finds it. So I try, and not, I apologize to anyone who's on the panel. I really don't like talking about what the expectation I have of the person that I want to be with, because for me, it's an inside job and it's not an outside. So when I meet the person, when we meet, we will recognize each other.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And Shubi, what are we looking for in a man?
The list is long, like this.
What?
I'm joking. I'm joking. I just want someone who loves God, loves himself, and loves humanity, and has common sense. That common sense is
Common sense is not common anymore.
It's not
Common sense is not common anymore.
But yeah.
Common sense is it's a long list, really long list.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Okay.
it. Someone who loves God and who has common sense.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it's
Okay,
very
okay,
tall
guys.
as well.
It's hot, you're my girl. You're my girl.
What did she say? I didn't hear
Very
that.
tall. Somebody that is very tall, so that I'll be looking up. When I'm looking, I'll be shouting, "Baby, baby!"
Oh my goodness. I've had so much fun on the show today. You guys have been absolutely awesome. My viewers, thank you so much for joining us. It was great having you guys. Phil, I don't know why you dropped off. Maybe it's the network or something, but I am so glad that you were able to join us. It was good to have you amongst, us ladies. Yeah, I think he's back.
Esse.
It was good to have
Esse.
you amongst us, Phil. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very
And
much
for
for your time.
everyone who's been here, Shubi, Isat, Omaya, you guys know I've got mad love for you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the Gist with Esse show today. I look forward to Ashwebi. Me, I'm a positive thinker. Yes, at some point, I love Ashwebi. Oh God, I'm always looking forward to Ashwebi. Isat, you know what Ashwebi is, right?
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So at some point very soon, I just because when it gets to the point to the stage of Ashwebi, then we know that we have checked all the boxes, right? Yeah. Because I will ask you, if you call me and tell me you're getting married, I'm going to ask you, Shubi, are you sure?
No, I'm not looking for marriage, Joe. I'm not getting.
Sorry?
I'm not looking for marriage. No.
I didn't hear that.
Done that.
She said she doesn't want marriage, Joe.
They done that.
It be like me want marry you.
Okay, fine. So we're looking forward to the Ashwebi.
Okay.
Omaya.
Both of us want to marry.
Start picking your colors. Let's start buying. At least let me buy the shoe first and the purse that we go. Let's know your colors down before the man.
I want to marry and I will marry.
Amen.
I will marry.
Amen. And we're going to come wherever it is, whether it's Nigeria or the US. I'm coming like Madame Kofo. That not very regular stuff,
And you know that wedding is another production on its own. So tell us on time so that we can prepare towards it.
Don't worry. My own will be in Dubai, so I'll give you guys.
Destination wedding. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, guys, thank you so much.
Wedding somewhere in the world. I don't know yet. I'm considering places.
Okay. Wherever it is, we're going to be there, girl. Look, I'm not too old to be on the train, so you guys, Isaac and all these young school people that are thinking, I'm not too old. I will lose the weight. Don't worry. If it's weight you want me to lose, so look, I lose it. I like to be on the train, the bridal train and all. All right, thank you so much, guys. It was
thank you so
nice
much
having you. And until next time on Gist with Esse, remember, stay positive, stay happy, stay mended, and subscribe to my channel. Get us monetized. I love you guys. Bye.
We love you.
Bye.
Thank you, Isa. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.